Celeb Secrets is here hanging out with Issac Ryan Brown, and you just dropped an EP, which is awesome. Tell me about it.
So I just dropped my new EP. It's called What I'm On. It was super fun to create, super fun to release. I hadn't dropped music in I want to say a year. I was just excited to finally release it and let everyone know what I've been working on.
You got super into acting, and I know you've dabbled in music here and there, but what made you really want to jump back in and release an EP?
I never left. I've always loved music, and to be completely honest with you, I did leave, let's be honest. I stopped working on music completely, and I was trying to kind of focus on acting from 8 to 11, and then 11 to 12-ish, I got back in the studio and I started working, and then when the pandemic hit, I was like, okay, well, since all the shows are down and no one's really auditioning, and besides TikTok, Instagram and stuff, people aren't really getting the content from anywhere, let's go ahead and, make this music and make the videos for it and release it for my fans to see. So.
And I always really like to know, what is your favorite song on the album and why?
I mean, all of them, they hold different value to me. I don't want to say I love every song equally. I hate when people say that, because no, you don't. You have a favorite. But I think Feel Like, because it was my favorite to write, and it's my favorite song to perform still. So I think either Feel Like or Don't Do Too Much.
All artists kind of have unique quirks to their writing and recording process. Do you have anything extra special about yours that fans might not know?
Even though I always am writing, I always have ideas and stuff in my phone, more often than likely, I already have an idea of how I want it to sound. And when you go into the studio with some certain people, they don't make beats on the spot. So you'll have to hear a beat there and then record it there. Or they'll send you some beats and you write to it prior to going there or after, whatever. But my quirk is my mom will be like, okay, you should write a song to prepare for the studio. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I won't write anything. And then I'll go into the studio and I'll just kind of mess around for 30 to 45 minutes. And then I'll just start singing harmonies, whatever, and sing different things and yada, yada. And then I'll build from there. But I'll completely BS for 30, 45 minutes. But that's studio time. Time is money. So my mom will be like, what are you doing? What's going on? And I'll just Mom, just give me 5 more minutes. Out of my mind all the time, and then I'll go and do it.
Do you have any inspirations music-wise, either from artists or from aspects of your life?
Definitely. Usher, Chris Brown, Michael Jackson. That's my big 3. Every time someone asks me that, I'd say those 3 people. Those are my big 3 of all time. If I could have a concert with 3 people in it, I want Usher, Chris Brown, and Michael Jackson to perform. Those are my top 3 all time. But then, you have people like Bruno Mars, Beyonce, Jackie Wilson, James Brown, the GOATs. So
you've conquered the acting world and you're dipping your toe into the music world. Do you have any projects that you're currently working on, either acting, music, or whatever wise?
We're kind of waiting to see if Ravenstorm is going to get a season 6 or not. And then I just opened up a literacy foundation. It's called the I Can Literacy Foundation. And basically, we did a backpack drive in Detroit a couple weeks ago, right before school started, to get the kids excited about school. But besides the music, I'm going to get back to LA and, get to work on some new stuff.
We've talked about music and we've talked about acting, but I did want to go back and talk a little bit more about your literacy program. What was the inspiration behind that and what made you really want to give back?
I have people in my family that can't read too well. And so even when I was younger, even when I was, when I used to go to school, kids at my school couldn't read that well. And I didn't know, because my mom always had me reading, so I just assumed everyone was always reading. So I was like, okay, well, who can't read? And then I went a few years ago and I looked it up, and I don't know if this has changed now, but the illiteracy rate in Detroit was borderline 50%, 47, 48%. And I was like, so half of our city is illiterate almost? Statistically, this is kind of crazy. So, if any of the kids watch the show or know me or watch or listen to my music or whatever, hopefully they'll be inspired by the backpacks and knowing that I want people to get out there and read. Hopefully they'll be inspired and want to read a little bit more. So the backpack drive was a great success. We had, 250 backpacks. I think we gave them all away. I don't know if we had, I know it was a big success and we didn't have any left over. So yeah.
Lastly, we are Celeb Secrets. Do you have any secrets about your personality that fans might not be able to tell either through the screen or through your music?
Secret personality traits. I'm trying to think about something about me that I haven't said before, so I can give y'all something real juicy. Okay, I will say this. I'm not like a thief, but Felix and Emmy and like Marissa and like Raven, like, you know, sometimes if they leave their like Felix, okay, for example, he has 7,000 packs of Chick-fil-A sauce in his room. Who needs that many Chick-fil-A sauces? So, you know, if it's the end of the day and I got some fries or something on the way, I go in there and I grab some of his sauces. Or if Emmy's got some water in her room, I go in Emmy's room, I grab some water. Like, it's, you know, but we're all friends like that. We're close like that. I'm not gonna go in nobody's random room and just, you know, grab someone's room like that. But, you know, it's about the connection.